So I have a pretty interesting relationship with 6ix9ine. His music was playing in my headphones the first time I ever lifted weights. You know, I needed something to hype me up for this momentous occasion, this milestone in my life as a young male going through puberty. And his music did the trick. You know, this guy screaming about killing people in the inner cities did manage to get me in this workout flow state. So I'll give him a lot of credit for that. And I wanted to like his music, but as time progressed, I just didn't like the music as much. It became very repetitive, very formulaic. 6ix9ine himself had become insanely cringe, icing out these baby shark chains. I didn't like it. And then 2019 came along, and then 2020, and no one was really bumping 6ix9ine anymore. He had Gooba, which was his last hit in 2020. I tell a gamer, don't dick ride, don't blick ride. You know, I can't say the lyrics, we know this. But yeah, I mean, he's basically fallen off, and apparently he's on the verge of bankruptcy.
People have spotted 6ix9ine's supercars being towed by the IRS as he can't pay his taxes, with sources claiming he has debts of over $20 million.
Now, being that much in debt is pretty bad, but it's even worse when you realize it has been your goal through your entire career to convince people that you are rich as fuck. People will contrast this amount of money in debt to the amount of money you were spending in chains and bragging about it in songs. And hold on a second, let's actually look at these debts. What the fuck? Steve will do it repayment? Buddy owes Steve $2 million? Well, we know who's not getting that money ever again, bro. You think Steve's gonna see that money ever? Poor Steve will do it, giving this guy a fucking loan. Probably thought he was good for it. He's 6ix9ine, of course he'll pay it back. What do you mean? He's a great guy. He's a stand-up gentleman. He's got the daily Bible verses app. Hell no. What do you mean? Stripper settlement for 9.8 mil? 60K house remodeling? And then he's got a house lien? I don't know what a fucking house lien is, but you owe a stripper 9.8 and you owe Steve will do it 2 mil. I never thought this guy was smart, but I didn't think he was this dumb. This is the sort of pickle that if you're in a video game, you have to delete your entire save file and start a new one to hope you don't run into that same issue again. Grinding your way out of this in your current save file will take far more time than starting from a fresh seed. Now, in real life, you don't get a fresh seed, so with 6ix9ine, I assume we'll just be getting some more albums to pay off these debts. Maybe 2025 is the year he comes back.
Paying this back now seems pretty unlikely, as 6ix9ine's recent album was such a massive flop.
My god! 6 out of 100! Dude, I can't even like comprehend that. What do you even compare that to? I unironically think if I released an album, I can get a better score. That's like not even a joke. I'm not even being facetious at all. 6 out of 100, you get better score if you show up to the album, you say nothing, if you breathe. That's so unlucky. Does no one notice a problem like before the album goes out? Is anyone like, yeah, this fucking sucks. Maybe we should redo this. Or at the very least, like maybe tap 6 on the shoulder and be like, hey bud, we want to redo this part where it kind of sounds like instead of rapping, a liquid diarrhea is going off in the background. And he's like, nah, it's good, just print it. I refuse to believe no concerns were raised.
Most people don't even know that he released something new. Compare this to 2017, when 6ix9ine was undefeated. Everything he released became an instant hit, and no one can deny it. His unique style of music was pulling hundreds of millions of views, leading to a self-reported massive record deal, with 6ix9ine stating, right now I'm signing my life away to Illuminati for $7.5 million. Life is awesome.
And that's kind of an interesting way to phrase it, to signing my life away and then following that up with life is awesome doesn't really track. Whoever says life is awesome after, quote, signing their life away. What a weird thing to say, but I guess if you're 6ix9ine and your life has been up to this point about avoiding gun violence, then I suppose then life is awesome, right? I mean, fuck it. Sign your life away to a record label that takes half your earnings, then remain in the project where you will be subject to complete and utter chaos. I mean, fuck it, right?
Only 4 months later, he'd land a headphone deal worth $4.9 million and was paid a 6-figure sum just to feature Fashion Nova in one of his music videos. Well before this, 6ix9ine was already bragging, I made $1 million this year and I bought a fake Rolex with it. Then only a year later, he was donating the same amount.
Since the last time I've been here, I donated close to $1 million just to community. Not to no foundations, just going on the street and giving out money.
He'd post multiple videos showing massive stacks of cash.
Does money dictate everything you do?
Fuck yes.
protecting his $500,000 jewelry pieces by dropping a further $100,000 on personal security for a 10-day LA trip. Here he'd sign yet another multi-million-dollar publishing deal, showing that the money was coming from his music. 6ix9ine's first album Dummy Boy sold over 1 million units, meaning it likely made over $10 million. However, he'd foolishly used the entire album to rap about committing crimes. For example, on Cuda he'd
Yeah, this is good. Oh, wait. Okay, we're gonna get Sunny V2 reading these lyrics out. Okay, already. All my people. People, Sunny V2? I don't know if that's what that song says. Can someone, what is that? I think it begins with an N, this word. I don't think it's people. I can't wait to hear him read this, bro. This, like, normal sounding YouTube guy gonna read some inner city hood rap. It's gonna be awesome. But ever since, you know, Young Thug, I think, was in trial, they were using his songs against him, and they were playing audio bites from his big releases to try to indict him on some stuff. And I definitely think that probably shook some things up for people who are trying to make some music. They're like, well, I wanted to make this song about a robbery I performed with great success and yielded a great ROI, but seeing how things have become a little bit more turbulent in the legal system and the way that they're utilizing this stuff as evidence makes me a little uncertain, I'm gonna be honest. You guys like my analysis of all this stuff? You guys think I'm insightful on this?
proudly proclaim, all my people really gangbang, talk that damn slang. Rap about it, do the same thing, let your nuts hang. We post up, we don't do the rap.
Yeah, dude. What'd you say, Sonny? Let your nuts hang? Alright, boy. We see you. We hear you. Heard loud and clear, Sonny. I'll let my nuts hang. Can someone, like, clip that? Can that be, like, a soundbite? Can we get that let your nuts hang on, like, a keychain that you click a little button and it just plays? I need that.
Race, you gon' die today.
You gon' die
Similarly
today.
on
You know, I hear him say that, and it struck in fear into me. Sonny, you can't just read these lyrics. I need a warning beforehand. I know you were fucking cold with it. His delivery is so killer. You gon' die today. You gon' die today. Oh, fuck, Sonny. All right. I'll chill out. I'll subscribe. I'll leave a like. I'll be part of the 40% of people who aren't subbed yet are watching.
Billy he'd add, get the F up out my effing face before I murder you. Whole squad full of killers, I'm a killer too.
Yes.
Send shots.
Oh,
Everybody
yes.
get popped.
Sending shots.
Pop. You got pop.
Everything I was rapping about was really happening.
Which certainly didn't help Tekashi's next chapter. 6ix9ine rapper faces prison and sex offender registry. The article explained that 6ix9ine originally pleaded guilty in October 2015 to using a child in a sexual performance when he was 18.
Now, you see, this breaks my heart. It's this sort of unexpected bad behavior from the most stand-up people of society. When 6ix9ine is out here and he's doing stuff like this, it's like, you really got to expect anyone could do it when there's no signs of bad behavior from a stand-up gentleman like 6ix9ine, who's frequently seen giving quarters to children who are trying to get gumballs from the gumball machine, who's doing stuff like this. He's a great guy. And you think that this could happen to him? I mean, damn, you gotta look twice at everybody now. Fuck. No, I mean, seriously, real talk, what did you expect? This is a guy who has the number 6ix9ine tatted on his forehead. They should have had handcuffs in his wrist size ready to go. He is built like a suspect. What do you want me to say here? He is the kind of guy that you get to call a pedophile before anything happens, because eventually you'll be right. And everyone's like, yeah, we know. We're waiting.
A 13-year-old girl was seen engaging in oral intercourse while Tekashi stood behind her. The hip-hop star has since been arrested twice for allegedly choking a 16-year-old in a shopping center in Houston earlier this year. In May, he was also arrested for driving without a license, assaulting a police officer, and obstructing governmental administration. 6ix9ine wasn't given leniency as he was using social media to promote a culture of violence and glorify gang activity.
And it worked, because you had people that were my age. These white kids were in 7th grade. They're all getting good grades in classes. They're studying on Quizlet. And while they're studying on Quizlet, they have 6ix9ine songs that talk about killing people in the streets to accompany their studying session. You tell me what I haven't lived through and what I have lived through. I saw it happen with my own eyes. I saw kids who were going to every single class, getting every single test stamped with a fat A+, decide to start LARPing as street thugs because of 6ix9ine. It was weird. It was very weird.
While he did pay his bond of $155,000, the problems didn't end there. After finally closing the book on his 2015 child sex case, 6ix9ine and his associates went to Felipe Chow to celebrate the legal win with a lavish dinner. Things got ugly when the crew was denied entry into the restaurant as a brawl took place and gunshots rang off. A pair of 6ix9ine's entourage members and his manager are arrested for their involvement. One of the security guards working at the restaurant is reportedly hit over the head with a chair.
When me and the gang are trying to just grab a bite after beating the child predatory case, I mean, we gotta just be let in, you know, and we gotta enjoy this dinner. And, excuse me, hit in the head with a chair? A chair. Are we in Tom and Jerry? What the fuck is this? Hit with a chair? That is some Looney Tunes shit.
Throw in some robberies plus multiple shooting incidents, and 6ix9ine was facing a minimum of 47 years in prison.
I got federal agents sitting in front of my house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. One thing I fear in life. No, 2 things. I fear God and I fear the FBI. Only 2 things I'm scared of in life.
He'd infamously testify against 12 co-defendants,
I don't give a fuck if I'm held accountable for what I did. Yes, I snitched and I did it proudly.
which reduced his sentence to just 2 years, although it also completely destroyed his credibility.
Yeah, and that's one thing you don't get to do when you're 6ix9ine is you don't get to be a killer surrounded by killers and tattletale. You can't be a tattletale. I mean, he made this album called Tattletale. But when you snitch and you are 6ix9ine, you put yourself under the crosshair of people more angry than you are. You see, unlike you now, because you have money and you have fame, these people have nothing to lose. They will come for you. You don't think they see your baby shark chain, your rainbow painted cars, the ridiculous comically sized Cuban link chains you're wearing, and get envious that they're not you even though they grew up on the same street as you, and then see you snitch on people like them and it doesn't anger them?